I'm live from Federal Boulevard in Denver, Colorado.
Huh. I know, I'm bored today. I got nothing to do.
You got nothing to do today. Wow.
Yeah.
My days usually fill up quick when I say that.
Yeah, I should knock on wood real quick or something. I'm jinxing myself.
Go golfing.
Yeah, I wish I had a driving range. Next place I get, I'm going to look at the proximity of all the driving ranges before I pick a place to live. I mean, that should be right in the brochure.
Right.
Within so many miles of the driving range.
Wish I had my own driving range.
Like Tiger, man, he's got like probably greens out back and a bunker and fucking practice. You get to hit 25 bunker shots in your backyard after eating dinner.
Exactly.
I mean, that's how you get good at that shit. You don't get good at that shit from sitting on your couch at home.
I'm surprised you didn't build something like that at your last house with all that. You could at least been chipping.
I should have. My kids would have been good at chipping. I had a little circle out there, and I just hit wedges out there, and I got really good at hitting my wedges from that. And sometimes what I do is I just try to see how high I can hit them and still get it there. So I would just like open my club face way up and just hit the thing as hard as I could, like Phil Mickelson or whatever.
Right.
Just chop that thing. It only goes like 10 yards, but it goes like 40 yards in the air. You know?
So what,
I would see shit on there I want on there, but I just never go buy it, you know? It's like, it's more just like...
There's tons of good.
More just looking is
it's
all
like
I'm doing.
It's window shopping on a skyscraper. I see some cool fish tanks. I'm like, damn, that would be cool to set up. And I'm like, holy shit, that's a lot of work, though. Yeah. Getting it going. Once it's going, it ain't a lot of work. I think my next place, I'm going to get a big-ass tank. Get a moray eel.
I think I'm
couple
done.
lionfish.
There's his mom still.
You're done with the pets?
I'm done with
fish.
The pets.
Aren't pets. Fish aren't pets.
I have a fish right now. It's a little, what is it called? One of them little beta or Siamese fighting fish.
He'll jump up and
yeah, fish are more like a decoration.
Yeah.
A live decoration. Because you could have sea monkeys. Those aren't fish. That's awesome. Yeah. Those aren't a pet, are they?
They're a pet for a couple days.
They're a pet that you can feed your fish. Feed them to your
My
fish.
luck, I'll come back as a sea monkey. My luck.
Right.
Some kid will kill me.
You might already be a sea monkey in a big goldfish bowl called Earth.
We're like someone's aquarium.
We're a snow globe. We're a giant snow globe. Missing people are the giant taking them. Hey, check this out, trading.
He just smashes them.
All these fucking missing people. It turns out there's so much land. It's real easy to make someone missing. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know? If it's random or whatever, you know how they always look at the person closest, of course, especially if it's missing person, right? And then I've seen shows where they're like, well, we think you killed her. It's like you have no body, you have nothing. All you have is the fact that we really don't get along too well.
Yeah.
And now I'm a murderer. What? That's crazy, dude, that you'd have to defend yourself in that one.
I mean, what's if you don't get along with anybody?
Her. Yeah, you can't find her, so that makes my case even way harder.
What's if you don't get along with anybody, and if anybody turns up missing, you're getting blamed?
That's some bullshit rap right there, dude. That is a bull. You always can find a friend that don't like you. Oh, yeah, they'll find someone to bring to court. The mother-in-law, all kinds of shit. Who knows? You're gonna find somebody on the group that
if the mother-in-law ends up dead, like you're in trouble.
What do you mean?
I mean, and you're the son-in-law. Hopefully you got a lot.
I mean, like if she end up missing and the mother-in-law testifies that she never really was fond of you and all this shit.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And you're like, well, that goes without saying. That's like 90% of every family. The mother-in-law don't like.
You ever see someone on Facebook and then, like, it says a person you should know because you went to high school with them and you recognize their name, but when you see their picture, you can't even remember what they look like in high school because they look so different. It's like, that happened to me the other day. And I
can't even when I see them in a picture from high school, I can't picture them.
Well, I can't. This one person, I know I knew this person. I recognize the name, but when I see their picture, it just can't even remotely get me close to what they look like in high school.
I know, it's crazy.
And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell happened to that person? I mean, I know I look the same pretty much. If you saw me, you'd say, dude, you haven't changed. Pretty much.
You're pretty much the same.
I looked old back then, and so I just look the same, or
some
I don't know.
Some people you really could tell, but some people, you're right, you can't tell at all.
Yeah, not even remotely. And you're like, holy shit, who the hell was that person?
It was a kid. We were kids then.
Yeah, but they must have changed a lot, you know. It's like, holy shit, did you change? You changed in every possible way where no one can recognize you.
You go to the class reunion, hey, and they're like, who are you?
Good thing you're wearing a name tag because no one would know who the hell you are.
I still don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't believe you. Did someone did you kill this person and come back as them?
That ain't you. What did you do? You're telling like this, you're like, what have you been eating? I'm gonna stay away from that.
Yeah, holy shit.
You're like, tell me everything you've been up to so I steer clear of all that.
Yeah. She probably had 4 kids. That's what did it to her.
Well, that we know.
4 kids.
The women are changed a lot.
It was a chick, but which is funny.
These class reunions right now are like, you're like, now you're old. It's like old people that graduated.
Yeah.
And they just fucking, hey, what have you been up to? Oh, I'm fucking started a business. Well, it's like old people getting ready to talk about retiring and shit.
Yeah, talking about their ailments. Mostly.
Yeah.
It's like,
I got a hip replacement.
Yeah. How many people here, that's what I do at the, if I ever had to give a speech at the reunion, I'd be like, how many people here have had hip replacements? Everybody cheers.
Right. You go through the list of ailments. Who has dentures?
Who has diabetes?
You're like, Bill, I knew it would be you, Bill, doing all that crack. You're telling them all this shit.
Shit, what happened to you?
I knew you'd be the denture one. Right?
Yeah.
How many of you guys really went to Hair Club for Men? And you're like, that's not your hair. You be bald just like me, face. There's one of these trucks here. It's only in like one spot at the bottom of this hill where it goes from 40 to 35 at the bottom of this hill. Like you're going to slow down. You literally have to slow down. He's there. I see people breaking.
You know, people with like a full head of hair at that age, it's like their only thing in life they talk about, like as like a medal of honor. Well, at least he's got hair. It's like
he's got his hair. He's sure an asshole with that hair.
He's still got nice hair.
Well, this guy parks in this van with his radar and he gives tickets for speeding, like in the mail or some shit. Which is unconstitutional and it's against the law.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay those tickets and they can't come after you. But if you go in and volunteer to pay it, you're a dummy. Can't fix dumb.
Yeah, but nobody pays.
By law,
easy.
You have to be served the paperwork for it to be legal. Either by a police officer, by a court server, whatever. A document don't mean shit unless it's handed to you. They can't mail it to you or fine. That's bullshit. Them cameras.
Well, they can mail you a toll.
A toll is it. A toll is it.
That's what I always get nailed on. I never pay it on time either, so I always have to pay the $5 fee. They're just raking me. Every time I cross the bridge, it costs me $15 to cross the bridge.
I know it. It's stupid, man. How they do this shit. They're just keep
$15 for me to cross a day.
I got a great subject. They're going to give $12 billion to farmers to try and offset the trade deficit that we've acquired. And you know what? Quite frankly, we had to pull out. It's like, it sucks to pull out, but we have to. And when were we gonna? There's gonna be consequence of it. You know?
Yeah.
Somehow we'll figure it out. That's what we needed to do. We got fucking lazy and dependent on these bastards, China and everything.
Yeah, we either have to figure it out or we're gonna just fail.
Yep, that's what it is.
The sooner we figure it out, the better off we're all gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of waiting, like our heads are in the sand, waiting for the next generation to figure it out. It's like,
so if I saw a thing on one of these social media things, it says, should we drug test these welfare recipients? Well, I think, you know what? I say no, and here's why. For one reason. No, the farming welfare. Get out of my show, please.
Welfare is like such a small amount of what we spend in the government.
I know. They always use that one every time.
It's such a small percentage of what they're blowing on other bullshit. God.
Right.
Sick.
And besides, the farmers are actually working and not getting money. That's the difference. So.
Well, here's one thing about the farmers.
About some couch potato being drugged.
Yeah, I think they need to get welfare of some sort.
I got a great idea. Okay? We take that food we would have sold and give it to our welfare people. I just give it to them instead of money on a card.
Yeah.
And now we just killed two birds with one stone. We got rid of that huge card mess and all that extra food that you say we have nowhere to put. You fucking give it out. The actual food.
Or let's just feed ourselves and then see how long these people last without us.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Exactly.
We feed our own people with that food. Yeah. Don't worry about shipping it off somewhere.
Yeah.
And see how quick they come begging back when they need something that we have that they don't have, which is a lot of shit.
It's almost everything that people eat.
We should tell them we're cutting you off Amazon. No! Just fucking cut them off of our shit like that.
Cut them off Amazon.
They start tripping.
People
here, like from Thursday, they start to get into Friday mode, and they don't do shit on Friday here. But Thursday, they start that slow mo.
Huh.
Crazy, dude. Shit don't get done.
We should go to a 4-day work week. I don't know why we're still doing the 5-day. It's stupid.
4-day?
Yeah, just do a 4-day work week.
6-day work week.
Yeah.
It went to a 6-day work week, dude. Didn't go to a
Talking about 5-day traffic. It'll eliminate traffic.
I heard this huge thing on immigration this morning. I listened to news radio. And they said this one judge is deporting 8 out of 10 people that are coming in front of him. And the one guy, he goes, they showed him, they're trying to get sympathy. And I'm just going to make this short and sweet. He goes, gangs want to kill me in my country in Honduras. They killed my friend. Well, you shouldn't have gotten a gang, dude. Fuck to tell you now. Now you want to come here and be a gang? Fuck you. I don't know what to say. And the judge goes, I wish you good luck in your country. And the dude sobbed. Well, I don't know what to tell you, dude. You should be a pastor. Try that.
Yeah.
Maybe you ought to go back there, become a minister or whatever, and maybe they'll be afraid to kill you. I don't know what to tell you. That's where the route I would go. Either way, you're one stepping stone closer.
It seems like you could get a bunch of people that have been kicked out of the gang together, band together, and fight the gang. That's what you're going to do.
Instead, they're letting them come here. See, they're acting sympathetic at the border, like, oh, I'm afraid of the gang, but they're gang members. And then they come here with their fucking malicious shit.
Yeah.
Because they're not, the gangs there are meaner than here, so they're not afraid of the average person here. Well, you know what? that should be your punishment for it.
Yeah. I mean, all you got to do here is take a guy's cell phone away and he cries. You don't have to kill him.
Here what's going to happen is you're going to terrorize people here with your mentality that you've been living your whole life. I'm sorry. We don't want it here. We just don't. Enough is enough. We have plenty of them already.
What are you doing? You wake the guy up? Play a game, maybe.
Play a game. A board game. Remember the Donald Trump board game? He might be the only dude with a game. Who else has a game with their name other than Mad Magazine? But he ain't real.
Huh.
What's his name from Mad Magazine?
Alfred E. Newman?
Alfred E. Newman.
I used to have like every Mad Magazine, remember? I wish I still had all them.
Hey.
They're probably not worth it.
Donald Trump had a board game, remember?
And plus, you can't keep everything. How are you going to keep? People do keep everything, but I can't. Fucking.
I can't stand that shit.
I got to get rid of shit. I'm not a keeper of shit like that. I mean, I like to keep a couple things.
Right? Watch, those would be worth a fortune. Some of those toys are worth a fortune, dude.
Oh yeah, all our Star Trek shit. We had everything Star Trek from back in the 70s. It was like the whole like bridge. If we kept all that in the box and shit, and all them dudes, they would be worth a fortune right now.
Exactly.
Because people love that shit.
Who's gonna buy it though? I can't. If you have the original Boba Fett with the launching missile, which they banned because it was a safety hazard for kids, that thing's worth like 40 grand. It don't even have to be in the box. If you have the missile, you're fucking in.
Star Trek. What's that thing called? Is it the bridge?
Yeah, something where you're being up. Studying.
What is that thing called?
That was the first flip.
How do you spell Star Trek?
Dude. What the fuck?
I
think it's Star and then Trek.
It's worth $100.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh man, I used to have this thing. It was from 1975, actually.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Remember we had like Kiss t-shirts. Kiss Destroyer. The original. Those would be worth some money.
Who keeps that shit though?
Where is my Kiss t-shirt, by the way? You left it at a baseball game somewhere. Remember when that shit came out at first? That was like the coolest album ever.
Yeah, are you kidding?
Tired on a Saturday night. Boom, boom. That was the baddest shit in the world at the time.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, everyone, he's going to crash. It was cool every time he crashed the car. He crashed the car and it sounded like and he used the guitar.
I could see Kiss Destroyers, the albums are $150 in mint condition.
Yeah, nothing's worth shit anymore. Here's why. Because you could put it online and everyone still has all that shit. And nobody held any value to it. They just want to dump their shit. So that the prices of shit plummet.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Because people just are buying shit at garage sales and slashing, getting rid of your sentimental value off your thing.
Like antique furniture. Like, antique furniture and shit, that shit is worthless now. I mean, chairs and tables that used to be worth like $5 grand, you can't even get $500 for them now. I mean, literally.
Everything went like that.
Yeah. Well, it's a good time. And you know what they say, though? When things are like obscenely low in price is the time to buy them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You have to be on the opposite side of how shit's going all the time. So, like, if you saw some crazy antique table that was worth $5 grand, you can get it for $500. Now's the time to buy it.
Because eventually it might go back up.
I'm thinking that's true because you need to buy everything on the low side of the cycle if you want to make money on it.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Let me turn my speaker on and see if it's any better over here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I got a new phone with 13 pixels. And I remember when it was like 5 pixels was like
13 megapixels?
Yeah, it was like a wet dream. Now 13. It's like, why did you just make 14 or 12? 13 of them? It'll be 26 pixels.
The problem is the file sizes of those pictures are so big, you can't even do anything with them. I mean, it's almost pointless. It's like a 7 megabyte file you're sending to somebody. Can't even download the damn thing. You mean my phone's sending too good of pictures to people now? Well, yeah, that's what can happen, is what I'm saying, is it's just sending these huge-ass picture files.
Oh, God, I didn't want to get a new phone.
I know, that's why I didn't get one.
I did, though?
I kept the old phone.
This is what I did this time. Mm-hmm. Because I don't know jack shit about phones, other than that fucking dollar amount that's written right underneath it. I'm well aware of what that means.
Yeah, they got you there.
The phone itself, I mean, like, what's the difference between an LG or a fucking ding dong or a fucking shamalama ding dong? And then I'm like, let me go get my son. And then what would you do? I'm like, he's like, well, this is a 13 megapixel blind sensor. About me, man. So you know what I did now? I'm like, I asked the fine little hot Betty behind the counter to pick the phone. What phone would you get? Yeah. And she picked this kick-ass phone. And I'm like, and then I show my son, and he's like, that's a badass phone.
Wow. He's like, your phone does sound
chicks
better.
Would probably dig that phone. I'm like, really? A chick picked this phone.
That's how you do it.
That was a great idea.
Yeah.
Pick a phone a chick would dig you for.
That doesn't even make sense.
Dude, it's like paper thin. I dropped it. It like slipped through my hand.
Did you get a case?
I know, but then that kind of ruins the whole cool part about it.
I don't know, because I've dropped my phone all the time, and it doesn't even get a ding because I have a really good case.
I know, but the case makes you... I thought of that. My other phone was pretty big.
If you saw my case, though, you'd love it. It's a cool-looking case.
I asked the dude first, because I went from other stores, what they had in stock, and he's like, this screen is damn near the same size as your old phone, but you had the frame around your phone, or whatever he called it, was huge.
Right.
He goes, and now this new phone that you got
screen.
Nothing but screen.
Yeah.
That's why it looks smaller. The screen ain't much smaller. It was a little bit, but not much.
He goes, case.
So if I add a case, this thing is a 1/4 inch thick or less. So if I added a big stupid case, it'd be like, I wouldn't have the cool thin fucking super thin shit. You know what I mean? Which was what I think that chick liked about this phone.
Wow.
Sleek.
I mean, you're getting vain about the phone. I'm talking about functionality. That's why I went with an iPhone SE, which is a smaller phone. But it's got the insides are the updated insides somewhat. I didn't want to get the big phone.
Bro, this phone does way more than what I need.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Let me give you an example. I'll give you a fine example of where I am at in the app world. Well, I was up on the balcony at my daughter's house, okay? I'm 30 floors up. I'm talking to these guys down. They're older than me. They're really authentic Mexicans.
Yeah.
And they're drinking beer, and I'm rapping, what's going on? They're like, oh, the fucking finals or whatever. So I'm asking him because I had no fucking clue. So he's like, come down and have a beer. When he seen I wasn't Mexican, they're like, well, you got to go, dude. Because from the distance, I'm dark and brown hair.
Yeah.
He thought I was
Mexican. Would he not know how would you not know about the soccer game if you were already Mexican? That doesn't even make sense.
I don't understand, dude, but as soon as I got close enough for them to see me, they're like, we're going to go inside and blah, blah, blah. They got real standoffish, dude.
Wow.
And I know that. And I was like, what the fuck is this all about? Here, I'm trying to be the nice guy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to conform to what they're asking me to conform to.
You're even gonna look at soccer, which who cares about really?
The very people that are asking for compassion from me have no fucking compassion themselves. That's the part I don't get. And hey, I've forked out a lot of compassion.
No, today the show's today I'm dropping this out. We did a whole show on that last night. I can't do a whole show on 2 whole shows on immigration.
Anyway,
oh yeah, here's what I was going to tell you.
Oh wait, back to the computer thing.
Yeah, go back. Hurry, finish, because I got to tell you my sports. I'm going to do a quick sports report.
I'm sitting with my daughter. Let me finish this up before I forget.
Yeah.
And I'm like talking to my mom. And she's like, I'm like, I got to figure out how we could Skype or whatever. No, I asked her, do you have a little camera in the corner of your phone? Because I could see, if I have a phone like yours, we could see each other. So, any phone will do that. Just go to Duo, download Duo, and in 2 seconds. Now every time I call her on picture phone, and we show each other what we're doing and everything. I was like, holy shit, this whole time
why is that any different than Skype?
Because it's probably not, but she didn't have her Skype set up on her phone I don't know why.
So this was easier.
I don't know why.
You don't know why.
All I'm saying is, this is what happened. And there's so many people out there like me, my age and up probably, that don't realize the convenience that they have right in their hand of pictures like that. Like they can see their grandkids. They just don't know about it. Now, I'm sure a lot of people do know about it, but there's got to be a lot that don't. Because how the fuck did I not have this set up already? Especially when I have 2 tech geniuses that fucking don't live with me.
Yeah.
Right? They don't care enough to be involved in my lack of knowledge as far as my phone.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, it's hard to get anyone who's willing to. Here's another thing people will do is they tend to just do it for you and then hand it over to you. Instead of telling you how to do it, they're like, oh, here, blip, 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 and then they just hand it to you. It's like, that doesn't help you. That's not getting you to the next step of how you can control something yourself.
My daughter makes me do it.
France is winning 1-0. I missed the score. You know what's funny about France and Croatia? I'll just tell you something.
That paper clip. Why do they even use a paper clip? There is no paper. Later on, people are like, I don't know, on your phone.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a little paper clip, and you could put a memo or.
Oh, yeah, well, I have a notepad, but see, I use an iPhone. You use Android as your operating system, and I'm using the iOS.
Well,
so we're living in a different world.
In 10 years, kids are going to go, what is paper? What's a paper clip?
They're going to think the paper clip is the thing on the phone and not realize it's an actual thing.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, hey, it's that thing on the phone. Yeah, they're not going to think. Yeah, exactly. They won't even realize that was like a real object at one point.
They're going to find a paper clip at their grandparents and go, look, this looks just like the paper clip symbol.
Yeah, this is like a little toy, like a little paperclip toy. Someone must have made to resemble the.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's true. That's
what's
okay.
Gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because my friend goes, why do they say roll down the window in your car?
Yeah.
His kid asked him that.
To me, cars, all that shit would be better if it still was mechanical. I don't need my window to even roll down automatically, do you? Because when your electricity goes out on your car, that shit don't work anymore. It's like,
I know.
It'd be, when you're sitting there and you're trapped in your car and your electronic window won't roll down, you'll be thinking, damn, I wish this thing rolled down automatically.
By hand, right?
Yeah, I mean like manually. I said automatically, I meant manually.
It is true because I had rolled it was real hot and I'm fucking with my truck, right? And I was having issues with the battery. So, in the neighborhood I lived in wasn't the greatest. So if you leave your fucking window down, you're pretty much saying, hey, come take all my shit, you pieces of shit humans. But anyway,
They're busting your window at night. Dude, you come out there, a different car every night, and there's glass on the sidewalk where they busted the fucking window and took the shit out of the car.
Yeah.
So they're going to take it if you leave your window down. Fuck. It's
well,
like
now high-definition cameras, it makes it tougher, so.
Well, anyway, a long story short is I'm trying to fix my fucking battery on my truck. I roll my window down because it's like 175,000 degrees out. And then I can't fix the truck. The battery's dead. And I can't roll the fucking window back up.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
That was worse than anything that happened that day. The fact that my truck didn't work, the battery died. The whole simple fact knowing I'm leaving myself completely vulnerable to thieves.
I don't care. Look, if you built a pickup truck that just had no special screen, had manual windows, but had a really good motor and transmission, you know what I'm saying?
You'd sell the fuck out of it.
Yeah, because when you're out in the field, all that electronic bullshit just gets dirty anyway and trashed. When you're out field hunting and, and the truck's being used out in the, none of that shit comes in handy. The only things you need in the truck that are good. These are the things you need. Of course, the motor and transmission has to be good. It's nice to have nice heavy-duty bumpers and all that bullshit.
5 USB ports.
Nice air conditioning. You have kick-ass air conditioning. That's a must. But once you get past that, that's about all you need.
I would rather have a 120 outlet with a converter plug on the dash than a fucking GPS.
Yeah, who needs
GPS,
that?
like, I remember this is one time I bought a GPS like from a pawn shop or whatever.
It's like they made pickups for PUDs now. That's what I'm going to say it. It's like they're not even for real manly man anymore.
Actually,
they're
Mercedes, I'm going to tell you something. Mercedes came out with the work truck. Okay. Yeah. It's the stripped down version of a van just for the worker. And it doesn't have all that fancy shit. And it's cheaper. It's like $25,000.
Yeah.
And it's a Mercedes.
Yeah. It probably runs like a
But still, you gotta roll up in the Mercedes van. That's kind of PUD work, and, it's like...
They think you're from Europe or something.
You don't have a Hemi? You don't have a Hemi?
God, they're just so truck crazy here where I live. God, you wouldn't believe it.
Man, what about here, dude? In Colorado,
think about where I'm at, though.
The big thing is Jeeps out here because there's a lot of fucking 4x here in the mountains.
Right.
Jeep happens to be one of the best chassis to use for that kind of shit. So everybody's got a fucking Jeep. That's how different it is. I was like, Jeeps are cool, but in Chicago, only chicks drive Jeeps. No dudes have a Jeep. It's like a chick car. Dudes have jacked up Ford F-150s. They have Dodge Cummins diesels. You rarely see a dude in a Jeep unless he's got a fucking Izod and a pair of cargo shorts and some fucking sandals.
Wow, that's harsh.
It's the truth, dude. How many dudes you know with a Jeep in Chicago? None. Zero. Huh. I met 50 chicks with them. Oh, wait, I knew a gay guy with a Jeep.
That's just so stereotypical.
It's not, it's like...
It might have to do with marketing. Gravy. It's marketing.
I call it the gravy theory.
Regional marketing.
Dude, I call it the gravy theory. Gravy is different to every nationality and every state.
What it means, like what it means to the group.
We should make a gravy chart. This state has white gravy. Comes in a bag.
I can make a little website. So when you're in the state, when you look up the word gravy, it'll tell you what that actually is.
What the gravy is.
All around the world. That works all around the world too.
In Cicero, it's spaghetti sauce.
Yeah, it's a red tomato sauce.
Hey, you know what? I tell people, you know what? They're like, I'm going to get spaghetti sauce. I'm like, what kind? They're like, spaghetti sauce. I'm like, what kind of spaghetti sauce?
Yeah.
They're like, what do you mean, what kind? I'm like, well, spaghetti's the noodle. The sauce is the sauce.
Yeah, that's not the same
thing. What kind of sauce are you putting on the spaghetti? Mostaccioli is the noodle. Notice it's the same fucking red sauce, which is sugu.
Or gravy.
People don't understand that, and I try. This chick I know, she's like, I'm gonna grab. She goes, I'm gonna grab a thing of spaghetti sauce if you want to come over for spaghetti. I'm like, nah, I can't fucking do that. But I'll come over and write down the recipe of spaghetti sauce for you.
Yeah. Well, I have a new one. I switched to my new one now. I have a whole different one. You got
the shit in your cabinet right now to make it.
Yeah, I have a new one I use. It's from Bobby Flay. That's my favorite.
I wrote our family name, Sugu, as the fucking title. That's an authentic piece of paper, bro. That thing I just handed her the other day, that could go down in the history books of greasy Sugu. You could add neck bones.
They just scored. Croatia just scored. I'm probably breaking the law now. Well, no, because when I play this, it's after the fact, so.
Listen to this. I'm listening to the radio.
But now it's 1-1.
I was listening to the radio.
I want Croatia to win so bad.
They're on the radio. The one DJ, they were asking about, they were talking about TV. That's how they started. They're like, who watches TV anymore? And the one older DJ's like, I watch the news, blah, blah, blah. Well,
yeah, all older people do.
Like, I just use the internet for, they're like, iHeartRadio. And they're like, and the dude's like, did you just say you listen to iHeartRadio? And she's a DJ like on the fucking whatever. He goes, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short,
short story long.
These same DJs were talking about this soccer game. Now it's starting to come back to me, this soccer game. And here's why.
Yeah.
Because Beyonce and whoever her husband is, whatever that fucking dude is.
Jay-Z, yeah.
Yeah, Jay-Z. Yeah. Those two they're back-to-back concerting in France today. And they're gonna show this fucking, this soccer match on a Jumbotron because their concert was like an hour after this is supposed to be. So they're like, they don't want people to miss the soccer game or the concert. So they're literally going to show this soccer game at stadium for ticket holders. Mm. So he goes, imagine if France loses and all your fans are pissed off, right?
That is funny. Yeah.
It wasn't.
That is funny. That's right. You were going all the way there for that. That was a good thing.
Yeah, right? That's what makes me believe this, okay? Now, here's where I'm going to go with this. Mm-hmm. For one, if you would miss a Beyonce concert just to watch a soccer game, you're a dickhead. And the other way around.
And the other way around, yeah.
And the other way around. You're a dickhead for watching them bolt.
I'm watching I like to watch the finals of every sport, you know. It's just something I've always
I don't know if it's true, but supposedly Bill Gates is going to give $78 million to some African country to get them out of debt, and then they're going to be able to cure polio or some shit over there. Why doesn't he do anything?
I can't drink anymore at all. Yesterday they had a big pool party where I was at, and I didn't have one sip because I just, when you drink on a hot day like that, it just drags you out.
It'd be so fucking cool if you were here, dude. God. So I'm sitting here one day, I think it was a Sunday. It was Sunday. And like, usually we don't plan nothing. Me and Dylan just hang out. We spur of the moment, figure something out to do. Well, all of a sudden, I get a message on my phone from a dispensary called Green Solutions. And whenever they're having deals, they send you like a thing, a little message. Well, they're like, we're opening a new store in Aurora, and we're having hot dogs, and we're having
Doritos.
They did have burritos, dude. I swear it was burritos. It wasn't hot dogs. Oh, fuck. You're right. Anyway, you could spin the wheel for a prize for free and stuff.
Dude, I can go for a burrito right now.
We have all our vendors out here. So I'm like, let's shoot out there. It wasn't very close, but we're like, let's shoot out there and just check it out. So they got all these vendors set up, like with card tables out in front with like their products. Man, I learned so much. Dude, I had the gift of gab that day that was fucking amazing, dude. I should have recorded myself.
You need a field recorder because I can put it on things you learn.
There's 10 different tables, okay? 10 or 12 different tables out in front of the store, like at a strip mall. And if you go, they're talking about their product, and because of the rules and everything, they can't give samples or nothing. But they're giving discounts, so if you go inside the store, they're holding the merchandise. You could say, hey, look, they told me I get a free lollipop if I buy this or whatever. That's got like THC in the lollipop for a penny. You got to at least pay a penny.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, I bought the lollipop. Of course, it's a penny. What the fuck? Or she's like, if you spend $20 today, you get a lollipop for a penny. Here, just tell them in there that I told you that. I would have never known that. Well, anyway, there's like fine ass baddies, dude, at these things. And I'm like, oh my God. I tell my son, I'm like, get ready for this, Dan. There is a row of chicks here that they're getting paid to talk to us.
Yeah.
Right. The one chick, dude, when I say she was a dime piece, man, I went back to her. I gotta go hit on that chick. He's like, dude, she was like 27, maybe 25.
Why didn't he try?
I told him to, and then I tried to, this is how I'm kind of like teaching him. So then I'm like, dude, you know why I have to go back up to her? He goes, your chances are few to none. I says, your chances are 0 if you don't go. That's where that goes. You have a very slim fucking percent if you do go, but you do have that little point.
If it's 2%, it's worth it.
Dude,
they're going to check the video now. They made a goal, and now they're going to check the video.
I'm going to tell you what I said to her, because I'm 49, she was 25, and a super white wife beater shirt, too. Oh, my God, she was hot. I said, hey, I said, my name's Anthony, and I'm really, one of my passions is dancing. And I was thinking maybe he wanted to go out dancing one night. And she started literally laughing and smiling. She goes, I love to dance, but I'm currently in a relationship. So I flipped her my card and I says, well, if things don't work out with old boy, just give me a call. We'll go out and hit the town.
God,
and she took my card, dude, and smiled, bro. I'm like, this dude, she could go home today and her boyfriend's humping her best friend, and she wants some retaliation sex.
Yeah, you want to be poised for that, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I could be just a one-time retaliator.
Wow. You should get a business card that says that.
You know what? Check this out. This chick that lived in my building was a smoke. Everybody's drooling over her. Dude, and I was fucking macking that shit, but she had a boyfriend, and she was younger, and that dude was suave. I mean, I would really have to have major game to play over his role.
I don't care. We gotta change the subject. Wait, let me get that.
Okay. Well, one day she goes, I'm moving. And I'm like, really? I think her boyfriend cheated or something. She had that look on her face. I'm leaving, and he ended up staying there. But anyway, so right there, dude. That's what I'm saying, bro. There was one of those chances. I should have flipped her the card, too.
Yeah, the card.
It was right across the hall.
Did you just break up? Really That's what the card would say at first. Just to say, did you just break up? Give me a call.
Oh, my God, dude, I'm going to make these cards.
That's fine. Just in case.
And on the back, it says, flip me over. It has a list of all these nightclubs with dance floors.
Let's go dancing.
Let's go dancing. Dude, you know how many chicks that want to dance, and dudes don't dance. No dudes dance, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Except for gay guys.
It don't even matter if you can dance, because you can't probably dance as good as her. Chances are. And if you could, you'd already be dancing. So just get up there and fucking do it.
Do something.
You're not going to look Who cares what if you look stupid? You ain't looking stupid to that chick you're leaving with.
Yeah. Well, my favorite sumo wrestler got hurt.
Really? What happened? Did he slip on a banana peel?
Pretty much. Because it's in the July tournaments right now, and he fell in the bathroom after winning 3 in a row.
He's
out of the tournament. I don't even want to watch anymore. So I'm kind of bummed. The guy who
in the bedroom.
Yeah, the guy who's winning is a dude from, not even a Japanese dude. He's from Europe. He just became an Ozeki, and now what I was excited about is I wanted to come up to these last 2 guys at the end, you know?
So anyway, if I was with sumo, they should have puny sumo.
Some of them are smaller, and you should see their tactics. It's like they charge the guy full speed and like hit him in the stomach. It's weird.
Right.
It's like a little midget fighting a big, huge guy.
Right.
It's very odd. They win accidentally sometimes. You know what I thought was interesting today I heard about?
What?
There's this guy named Tab Hunter. And he was a famous Hollywood actor, like a long time ago. And he was real handsome. But it turned out this whole time he was gay.
Right.
But back then in Hollywood, what they do is they used to make up like these fake romances for you with women, and then they would put it in the tabloids like you were straight.
Huh.
And like Rock Hudson was gay, you know what I'm saying? Even though he was supposed to be with Elizabeth Taylor or something. You know, I mean, he really wasn't with her, obviously. I mean, so the whole thing.
Might have been.
No, the whole thing was fake. So, but isn't that weird that they did that kind of shit, though? It's just,
they probably are still doing it, bro.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Now people really don't give a shit anymore if you're gay.
Right.
I'd rather have a gay neighbor. You know he's not gonna fuck your girlfriend. He's clean. You're always polite as can be. They're usually pretty educated too, so you could probably learn something from them. Like the gay people in my building, this one dude, he's a dance instructor.
They always seem to work out too. It's like
I should go learn how to dance from a professional dancer, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with me? I told him, hey, do you do private sessions? He's like, no, you got to come into my studio. He goes, if I did that, I would have people here all day wanting to learn how to dance. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, once you're really good at that, you probably have people just banging your door down.
And he's cool as hell. He's a big black dude. You can tell he's gay, though. I mean, I wouldn't fuck with this dude. He'd probably mop you up like a motherfucker. He's a big dude. But nice as can be, dude. I mean, always polite.
Well, he just passed away.
Always smiling. You know, like you ride down the elevator with people and you're like, you could always talk to this dude. Hey, what's up? Going to work or whatever, you know? He's a cool dude, man. I should probably go fucking learn how to dance all day and learn about more. Cause I'm sure my shit's out of style. I'm probably busting out some fucking Donald D.
You're doing the Macarena.
Yeah. You're like, dude, that fucking move is old.
Yeah. Yeah, now what they're doing don't even look like dancing to me. I don't even know what it is.
What?
I said what they're doing now don't even look like dancing to me.
I know. I'm pretty sure I'm way the fuck off the whip on the dancing, but I'll still do it. You kind of look around and you see if someone else is doing some shit and kind of try that too. That's what you gotta do. You just can't fuck around. First you need the clothes. First you need the money. Then you get the power. Remember that? Then
you need the clothes and the shoes.
Yeah, you gotta have some badass fucking lugs, dude. You better have the ice creams, fool. First you need, here's the 2 things chicks look at.
Dude, everybody's different.
You got nice teeth and nice shoes, you got a way better chance.
Yeah.
They're like, if his shoes are a mess, his whole life's probably a mess. But if he's got a different pair of fucking Vans on every time I see him, it doesn't always apply though. You could have a great pair of shoes and a fucked up life.
Yeah, my best friend, he always was decked out. His life was as fucked up as they get. And he's dead. So, trust me.
No way.
Yes way.
What did he die from?
I don't know. It's a mystery. I think he OD'd, but the jury's still out on the whole story. Nobody knows for sure.
Do I know him?
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I had a feeling I'd known him so well that his death was always going to be a mystery.
Yeah.
But however it happened.
Even before it happened, that was true, is what you're saying.
Had so many different pies. Eventually that catches up to your ass.
Yeah, you only get away with that for
only
so
fuck
long.
So many dudes' girlfriends before you get the crazy dude.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a double-edged sword there.
That's where it comes into play. Like, one time, I probably told this fucking story, but I'll tell it again because this is our senile edition of the show.
You know what happens though? Like, maybe I'm different, but when I grow up and I play with someone in the neighborhood and they're like a little kid that I'm playing with, that to me is off limits.
What do you mean?
Like in the neighborhood, like you run across girls, you know, and they're like in 4th grade and you're like a junior in high school. Well, eventually you all grow up, you know?
Yep.
And to me, that's off limits. That's just,
nah.
There's enough out there where you don't need to go back to that.
It's hard to say. Well, it's all about like, if you lived in that town forever, you'd probably know a lot of people, you know, everyone eventually. And then it just becomes like you stumble across people you know. You can't meet new people if you stay there. It's harder to meet new people. So it just becomes more like a matter of convenience, not a matter of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's what I tell people. You could go to Chicago and you could go to a different bar every day, maybe for the rest of your fucking life, and still not hit every bar. And there's probably 20,000 bars in Chicago. There's 365 days a year. How many years are you going to live? So you could literally meet different people every fucking day for the rest of your life downtown. But not every town could you say that. You could go through the bars in a month and be kicked out of them all and have to leave the town even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can't grasp how big Chicago really is. And I'm like, here's an example. This chick I know, I kept talking about going to the beach. And she goes, you know what? She goes, I don't want to sound stupid. She goes, but Chicago is nowhere near the ocean, is it? I'm like, no. I said, it's Lake Michigan, and it's a big fucking beach. You would think it was the ocean. You would think it was like New York. Chicago's surrounded by water like New York. Most people don't even know that. I'm like,